John here, guys. Today we're talking about Radiomaster's new AX12 radio. And this represents a completely new chapter for Radiomaster because this is not using the normal HDX that's in every other Radiomaster radio. They have developed their own Android-based Radiomaster operating system. And no, they're not abandoning HDX, but this is just something for a different kind of product, for a different kind of radio. This has an amazing list of features, and we're going to keep talking about them while this thing boots up, because I did want to show you that it does have a little bit of a boot time here. Here we go, starting up the boot time. Now we're going to keep talking about this 5.5-inch IPS screen. That is a significantly huge screen. This continues the kind of trend that has a built-in battery. This has 10,000 milliamp hours battery, and it can charge with USB power delivery to get you a little bit faster charge time. The other nice thing about this, as you can see now, that this sucker is booted up, you have Radiomaster's operating system right here. It has a very nice visual representation of this screen, and if you want to see this readout on an even larger screen, you can use one of the included HDMI ports at the top in order to show this on a monitor that we're going to show for you. And you can also accept FPV feeds from OpenIPC, Walksnail, and a few other ones. I'm not sure if HD0 is included in this, but it would be very cool, and hopefully at some point they will include DJI as well, which means the dream of you being able to have an external video source like your goggles and output that directly into this thing right here is pretty dang interesting and pretty dang cool. Now, that is a feature set that is typically reserved for some of your higher end camera drones, like a lot of DJI's Mavic series, where they have a radio that's very much like this, that has a large screen on it, and you can see the FPV feed on board. This doesn't have that FPV module built in, but the fact that you can output your video system into here and then have a readout of FPV on your remote is a very nice feature. Now, these are some pretty nice X5 Hall effect gimbals, but they are not CNC machine aluminum like you see on the flagship model, the AG02. So this is an interesting model launch because it has button layout that's similar to some of the lower priced models, but they're also very familiar if you're a DJI user. In fact, you even have little scrolly things up on the top thumbs. So if you were flying something with a manually set up gimbal on there, you could use that to probably map to a camera, rotate up or down if you had a camera on a servo or something like that module. Now, this does have ExpressLRS built in, and you're going to be using full Android system on here. In fact, if I just go to this little menu system right here, you can see the Radiomaster logo flash screen. This is not HTX, and if you go like that, it will launch you similar to like any type of iPhone or Android phone, a full list of being able to search through the apps. It looks like you have video players on here, music players. Who knows, you could probably run and play Doom while you're sitting there waiting for your next flight time to kick off. And like I said, it does have ExpressLRS. In fact, there's even an ExpressLRS app on here, so you could probably use that to get up your initial bind phrase, but you can also just put this into Wi-Fi mode and put in your ExpressLRS bind phrase the traditional way as well. I don't know what this thing is going to cost. I'm sure it's not going to be cheap, but this now gives another offering in the mix. If you wanted to have a radio like this that could have an FPV feed on the screen as you're flying, line of sight, you pretty much had to go all DJI proprietary things, which, as we know now that that technology is banned, what are you to do in order to replicate a system like this? Well, Radiomaster is allowing you to create your own solution and have that feature set included here, along with a full suite of Android technology. If you did want to run another signal besides ExpressLRS. You do have the nano size module bay right here that you could configure Ghost or Crossfire or whatever kind of signal link you prefer. So I could see this being a nice option for some professionals that are on set or doing some kind of survey work where they wanted to have an FPV readout for somebody that's standing next to them, even if they are in the goggles. Standard trim buttons. If you were going to set this up for a wing or some other kind of plane type aircraft, there is two nice switches all the way on the back and the middle. That kind of reminds me of a lot of your high-end gamer controllers where you have those little underside buttons in order to flip an additional switch, and a lot of those other crafts may have an additional switch in order to do some other feature. So that is kind of nice. I still think for your very top racer, you're probably going to stick with something like the flagship TX16S version 3, which has the beautiful large color screen and that is running HDX. This was the largest screen in the family up until the launch of this bad boy right here. And you can see side by side that this is even brighter and bigger and more delicious. Both of these have a very nice touchscreen, but this, like I said, is running full Android. I don't know if that's necessary. I don't think either one of these are really like a beginner radio. This is for somebody who is purposefully wanting to select a controlling device that matches your needs. If you're a top racer or a freestyler or something like that, you're probably going to want to go this route. But if you are doing commercial work, or maybe you just want to be able to have a camera image that is shown here, or maybe you want to output the control signal that is on your radio to a screen so that somebody can actually watch your stick movements as you're moving them around the screen without looking over your shoulder and breathing down your neck, this could be the option for you as well. Has a very nice list of ports all around. On the underside, you have your USB-C, which is going to be to charge only. Of course, you have all of your mixer modes right here that you can see on the screen right there. And at the top, you have another USB-C. That's going to be probably in order to connect to your simulator. And then you have your HDMI input, HDMI output. You have a headphone jack if you wanted to monitor the signals coming from the radio to a set of headphones. That's very useful. Also, if you're on set and you can't be having these low telemetry warnings audible, messing up the shot, this is the kind of thing that you want right here. And Radiomaster is now putting both options available for everyone. What do you think in the comments, guys? Is this something that a lot of the people in the racing community and freestyle community are going to want? Probably not, but there is a select group of people who have probably been waiting for this, that are suffering from the DJI ban, and now they have a substitute that can use ExpressLRS. Thanks, guys.